The Golden State Warriors have extended Steve Kerr's contract for another 2 years, making him the highest paid coach in NBA history. I see a lot of people online slandering Steve Kerr, saying that he doesn't really coach, that he inherited a great team from Mark Jackson, who, by the way, I do think Mark Jackson should be a coach for another team. But Steve Kerr never gets enough credit for being a fantastic head coach. First of all, he picked a smaller town market at the time. This wasn't San Francisco, this was Oakland. He could have picked the New York Knicks, a huge market, one of the biggest markets in the NBA, and he could have been with his former head coach, who was considered the greatest of all time, in Phil Jackson. You have to remember, at this time, Golden State wasn't the number one valued franchise in NBA. They were damn near towards the bottom of the list. Yes, he did inherit a good team, but that team couldn't even sniff the Western Conference Finals without him. In his first year, he changed that offense from an ISO offense to a beautiful motion offense. It wasn't the same Warriors who pass the ball, and get shooters wide open looks. It was a totally different ISO offense. Klay Thompson thrived in this new system. Steph Curry thrived in this new system. David Lee got injured, and Steve Kerr was the one starting Draymond Green. Then there's this notion that Steve Kerr cannot develop young talent. Okay, James Wiseman, yeah, he ended up being a bust, but he tore his ACL, and he had only played 5 games in college. They used one mistake, which was a poor drafting decision, and they blamed Steve Kerr. Yet Steve Kerr has developed young talent after young talent. Look at Brandon Pajemski. People were hating on that pick, yet he's starting over Klay Thompson because he's playing so well. Look at Jonathan Kuminga. Kuminga's averaging over 20 points these last 3 months. Jordan Poole played his best basketball under the head coaching and supervision of Steve Kerr. Steph Curry even said he would not play for another head coach, that Steve Kerr is the only head coach he'd be willing to play for. If they get rid of Steve, Steph is out of there. The Golden State Warriors do not want to make the same mistake that the Chicago Bulls did by running Phil Jackson out of town, having Michael Jordan retire. I think this is a great move. I also think Steve Kerr should be allowed to coach the Golden State Warriors for as long as he wants to, regardless of records, regardless of what. He's a fantastic coach. He is a Hall of Fame coach. This man has 9 rings. You don't find someone with 9 rings or that much basketball IQ or knowledge anywhere else.